Okay, so good day, class.
Good day, sir.
Good day, sir.
Okay, so for today, we will continue our discussion about request, orders, offers, and permission. So last time I introduced to you the terminologies and the use of some modal verbs according to its purpose. Request, orders, offers, and permission. And for today's lesson, we are going to take a look on the sentence structure using modal verbs. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we will start our lesson by having our pre-activity. So I will present to you three sets of statements using the same modal verbs that we discussed last time. And you will be answered by the following questions. What did you notice to the following sets of sentences? Second, can you explain the differences of each set? Now, let us start to the first set of sentence. So the direction is examine the set of sentences with its corresponding underlined modals. The first set of sentence, you may submit your project before the Christmas break. And second, may I try to taste your lasagna? What did you notice to the first set of sentences?
Sir,
Yes, Valine?
the sentences are using modal verb may.
Great. Very good, Valine. Thank you. So the modal verbs used in this first set of sentences is the modal verb may. Now, what do you think is the differences of these two sentences?
Sir, I think the first sentence is to give an order, and the second sentence is uh, for request.
Very good, Valine. Thank you. So the first sentence is, okay, so the first sentence, you may submit your project before the Christmas break, pertains to giving an order. And then the second part of the first set is, may I try to taste your lasagna? The speaker is requesting to taste the lasagna. So you will notice the differences of two sentences, but using the same modal verbs. Now let's take a look on the second part, on the second set of sentences. You will not be the part of the graduating class if you don't comply. Will you be my bridesmaid for my wedding? What do you notice in this second set of sentences?
Santiago, sir.
Okay, yes, Michelle.
The first sentence, sir, is pertaining to mandating or giving an order, while the second one is just requesting.
Nice answer, Michelle. Thank you. Now, let's take a look on the third one, or the last one. Could you please shut your mouth? You could make your own portfolio by your own creativity. Now, what did you notice in these two sentences?
Sir,
Yes, Angelica?
the modal verb used in this set is could, and its function in the first sentence is for requesting, while its function in the second sentence is for giving permission.
Very good, Angelica. Thank you. Good job, class. I really appreciate that you learned a lot on our previous discussion. And I really appreciate that you earned your learnings on modal verbs. Now, let's take a look back on what we had discussed last time. So we all know that modals are helping verbs that denote intention or feeling of the speaker. So modals indicate likelihood, permission, ability, possibility, suggestion, prohibition, advice, order, or request. So let us indicate modals based on our intentions or feelings. Modals can control. Modals is set the standards to the emotion or feelings of the speaker to the receiver of the message. So like what I've said last time, here are some of the uses and examples of the modal verbs may, might, and can, could, will, and would, its uses and example. So I know that you understand the uses of some modal verbs presented in this PowerPoint. Now, we will now focus on the sentence structure, on the basic two-sentence structure using modal verbs. So if the sentence is in interrogative form or in the question form, let's take a look in this sentence. Will you be my girlfriend? So now, as you can see, you will identify that there are some words or phrases that being highlighted in different colors. And the underlined word will. Now, we all know that will is a modal verb. Now, what do you think is the use of the pronoun you?
You is the subject of the sentence, sir.
Very good, Angelica. Thank you. You is the subject of the sentence, of this sentence. Now, what do you think is the use of the verb be? Any volunteer?
Sir,
Yes, Michelle.
linking verb po.
Very good, Michelle. So be is our linking verb. Okay, always remember, class, that in constructing a sentence together with the modal verb, it is accompanied always, in some cases, a modal verb is always accompanied by a linking verb. So I will discuss the another case that is being occurred in constructing or in structuring the sentences using modal verbs. Now, what do you think is the use of the phrase my girlfriend? Any volunteer?
Sir,
Yes, Valaine.
I think it's the direct object.
Very good, Valaine. So my girlfriend is our direct object. Now you already denote or identified the uses of the words and phrases present in this interrogative sentence. What do you think is the use of the word will? Of the modal verb will? Any volunteer?
Sir,
Yes, Michelle.
will is used to offer or to request.
Okay, very good, Michelle. Thank you. So the use of will is used to offer or requesting something. Now, class, always remember, in constructing a sentence in interrogative form, always denote that there is a basic form of the words together with the modal verbs. Now, modal verb plus the subject plus the be verb or the linking verb or the action verb in the base form of the action verb. So as you can see, it matches every single word present in this form. So I hope you understand this structure. It is in interrogative form. Now, what if the sentence is in the declarative form? I will announce you husband and wife. What do you think is the use of the word or the pronoun I? Any volunteer?
Sir,
Yes, Michelle.
I is the subject of the sentence.
Very good, Michelle. Thank you. So the personal pronoun I is the subject of the sentence. And we all know that the word will or the modal verb will is a modal verb. Now, what do you think is the use of the verb announce?
Sir,
Yes, Angelica.
announce is an action verb, sir.
Very good, Angelica. Thank you. So announce is an action verb. And take a look at this. Announce is in the base form. Though the subject I is singular, we have a rule in creating sentences that if there's a subject I or personal pronoun I, you, I or you could use or you must use the base form of the action verb. Now, what do you think is the use of the pronoun you?
Sir,
Yes, Valaine?
you is the direct object.
Okay. So you is our direct object. Now, what do you think is the use of the phrase husband and wife?
Sir,
Yes, Michelle?
objective complement.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Michelle. So, husband and wife is our objective complement. So now you already identify the uses of the words and the phrases present in this declarative sentence. What do you think is the use of the modal verb will in this sentence?
Sir,
Oh, yes, Michelle, again.
will is used to mandate or to declare something.
Okay, very good, Michelle. Thank you. Will is used to give declaration on something. Always remember, class, in creating or in constructing a declarative sentence, always remember to follow this structure. The subject, the modal verb, plus the be verb or the linking verb. Okay, the linking verb be or the action verb in the base form. So just take a look in these. Let's take a look in this pattern. Okay. Okay, why? So why do you think modals are important? In terms of communication, modal verbs are important because the speaker can use them to let other person to know what the speaker really strive for and one from in a conversation. So in terms in communicating or in socializing, modal verbs are important because the speaker can rely the emotion to other people, whether you are declaring, you're requesting, or you are giving an order or offer. You're getting offer to other people or to the one who you talk to. In intention sentences, we use modal verbs to indicate the future and the possibility of the action. So we use modal verbs to set standards, to set the emotion, to set the intention of the speaker, its possibility and its futurity. Lastly, modal verbs affect the tone or presentation of verbs in the sentence. So like what I've said earlier, modal verbs sets the emotion of the sentence, of the meaning or the idea of the sentence. Choosing the right use of modals makes the sentence more effective and logical. it is awkward to use modal verbs in a wrong way, or you can use the wrong modal verb on a typical situation. So always remember, use the right modal verb on the right situation to make it ethical, logical, and more effective as the listeners be heard to it. So now, for our exercise, I will give you 3 minutes to identify the correct modal used in the sentence and tell its use on your own. Because we all know that in using modal verbs, we cannot say that it is a standard emotion. There sometimes the modal verb relies rather on the emotion or the intention or the idea of the sentence. So these are 5 items. So you have 3 minutes to prepare to answer it, and I will call you on the answers. Okay? So timer starts now. Last 2 minutes. One minute left. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. Three, two, one. Stop answering, class. Now, prepare your answers because we will reveal the answers here in this presentation. Now, what do you think is the answer in number 1. Can, could you use your common sense properly? Any volunteer?
Santiago po.
Okay, yes, Michelle.
I think the right answer is, could you use your common sense properly?
Very good. Thank you, Michelle. Could you use your common sense properly? Now, let's take a look on the second item. You, would try solving this equation using this formula. What do you think is the correct modal verb used in the sentence? Any volunteer?
Sir,
Yes, Angelica.
Sir, I think the correct modal verb is will.
Okay, very good. You will try solving this equation using this formula. So the third one, let's take a look at the third one. Can, could you make your own cake? May I call on Valaine?
yes. The modal verb is can. Can you make your own cake?
Very good. Can you make your own cake? Can is the correct modal verb to use. Let's take on the fourth one. You might assigned at Cebu Police. Any volunteer?
Santiago, sir.
Yes, Michelle.
I think the right answer is might.
Might is correct. Very good, Michelle. And last one. I would like to eat everything in the world. Any volunteer?
Sir,
Yes, Angelica.
I think the right modal verb for this sentence is would.
Would is correct. Good job, class. You already finished the second part of our discussion and you really understand what is the use and how and why modal verbs are important in communication and in constructing sentences. So be prepared for our next class for next time because we will learn a lot about modal verbs. So thank you for listening and thank you. Goodbye. Have a great day.
Thank you
Thank
po,
you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you po.